Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back. For today's midday interview, we have Michaela Kumke with the Food Bank of Lincoln. Thank you so much for joining us via Zoom today.
Absolutely.
So a big year for the Food Bank, 40 years. Can you kind of reflect on, kind of the past few years and what you guys have prepared for this year?
You bet. So we do celebrate our 40th anniversary this year, which is extremely exciting. It's been a pleasure for me for 7 years to have been part of this organization, but to recognize the history overall and the impact, that a small committed group of neighbors saw a need 40 years ago and made this possible, and the need exists today in a bigger way than I think any of those founders could have imagined. But we remain focused on the work and the mission of alleviating hunger in Southeast Nebraska.
All right, and what can you kind of talk about you guys have going on for this year?
Well, one of our major focuses remains that we're going to continue to connect neighbors to even more nutritious foods. That continues to be a challenge as we see price increases, especially on healthy foods or transportation to get foods to the food bank so that we can get it back out to neighbors. But that is something that is important to us. We're going to continue to provide those shelf-stable items that supplement our neighbors' meals. We acknowledge that our work is not to provide every meal for neighbors, but to be a supplement. The reality is a lot of neighbors are struggling right now. And so the food bank is still in a position where the lines are long and the need is great. So we're looking at how do we allocate our funds in order to do the most good. And that is a daily puzzle that we keep putting together. So.
And I know I ask this every time, but sometimes it changes. Do you guys have an item that you are, need most this year?
There is no one key item, right? Because I think you and I both enjoy having a little versatility in our meals, but the funding allows us to put a nice mix of product out to our neighbors. And so for every dollar donated, we can provide approximately 3 meals to neighbors in need. And that allows us to purchase items like fresh produce, like good protein, quality proteins, and some good canned foods and boxed dinners, so that folks that we're serving do have a mix that they can provide and be creative in what they have at home, if there is something that they have at home, as well as the goods that we're able to furnish.
And of course, what kind of update do you have for us for the new facility?
Yeah, things are coming along. It's just out there this morning, taking a look, and we are on track. It looks like we'll be moving in at the end of April at this point. So our team here is getting organized. We'll be recruiting volunteer groups to help us with kind of the last details before we move into that facility, helping with some of the cleaning and those essential items to get us moved in. The actual moving will be a process, a coordinated process. So we're getting excited. We're a little over 100 days out from that anticipated move, and that time is going to go quickly.
Yes, already into that new year too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Michaela Kumke with the Food Bank of Lincoln, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.